We're back, exactly where we left off. Welcome back to the vlog, everyone. My name is Alyssa Orlando. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am going to show you a full day of eating. It's going to be a non-traditional quarantine full day of eating. I can't wait. It's 9:30 in the morning right now. I am celebrating my friend's birthday, my coworker's birthday, via Zoom lunch today. So I ordered some food via DoorDash. And so I wanted to get like a healthier, protein heavy breakfast in. So I'm going to show you the protein shake that I usually make in the morning when I know that I'm going to be eating like a lot of calorically dense food in the afternoon. I have a training session tonight, so I'll show you that as well. So I figured I'd just take you through a day of the life of quarantine in my chair. Like, that's it. You know, we're just sitting at home right now. So I'm going to show you how to make that protein shake. Thanks for tuning in, and here we go. So I have this Ninja blender that I love. Please excuse my my Tupperware container. I have this top-heavy Ninja blender that I love. If you can see it, this is the top of it. It's a little dirty, but whatever. So put that down over here. And we're gonna get the thing out. We're gonna bring both of these over to the kitchen where we will fill them. So the first thing I do when I make a smoothie is I get ice. So I have an ice dispenser on my fridge. So I like to put the ice in the bottom so that it blends better. I have a bunch of strawberries, so I'm gonna cut these up and I will put them in the blender. So you can see these strawberries are cut up, so we're just gonna put them in the blender. I'll probably miss. Come on, last one. There we go. You can see the strawberries are in there. I'm gonna cut a few more up and put them in. I'm not gonna show you that, and then we'll move on. So the key to this protein shake is you want protein that will blend well. I personally have always used Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey. It's just something that sits well with my stomach, doesn't make me feel sick, and I really enjoy the taste of it. So this is what I've been using. This is the extreme milk chocolate flavor. I really only use chocolate protein as well. Vanilla is too sweet for me. Chocolate at least tastes somewhat fake most of the time, so I can usually stomach the taste. So I'm gonna put about 1.5 scoops in here and then add the final ingredients. Next, we have this spinach I'm gonna pop in here. Note that you don't really have to put spinach in your protein shakes. I know it's like a super fitspo thing to do to put protein in. You don't have to do it. I just do it because you can't taste it and it's all about added nutrients, right? So in this time where we're stuck inside, we want to make sure that our bodies are staying healthy. And one way that we can, tell ourselves that we're continuing to buy into health is by adding vegetables to our meals. So I also know that I'm not going to be eating any vegetables at lunch. So this is just a good way to get some more added nutrients in. So I added I did add the protein, but then I added the spinach, which you can see it fills nearly like the whole container. So you can see the ice, the strawberries. You can't really see the protein powder, but it's there. And then the spinach. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this Almond Breeze unsweetened vanilla. This is just the type of almond milk that I like to use. You can use whatever you want. I usually add the unsweetened because there's already plenty of sugars or sugar, alcohols, whatever, in the protein powder and in the strawberries. And so the unsweetened vanilla, this is a brand new container, so of course I'm not gonna be able to get it off with my right hand, so please excuse me while I turn this off. So I got the cap off. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour until about the halfway mark on here. And this is usually almost about a cup. So not really the halfway mark, more like the quarter mark. There's 4 cups in here. Usually I try to add 1 cup of liquid, And that's why the other reason I use the almond milk is so that it's not very calorically dense, but it does have a lot of nutrients. So you can see that on the side. This is like an old Fitspo trick. If you aren't using almond milk, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay, so then I'm gonna put the top on. So this blender, the main reason I freaking love this blender is because it's top loading and you don't have to plug it into anything. So you put the top on, you put this top on, literally it just sinks in. This is a horrible angle. It just sinks in like that. Plug it in. Look at those cookies. They look delicious. So you plug that in, and then all you do is you push the top down. And that's how you make a smoothie. So now we're gonna take this top off. So I'm gonna take this off. Take this top off. You can see it's like kind of drippy. That's a good sign. You can see the bubbles in there. It's even better sign. I usually just put this right in the dishwasher and I start to get all that off. It does stick, and you know, protein doesn't smell great after you don't wash it. So I do that, and then I'm gonna get a metal cup from the cupboard. Words today. Because the other type of cups, again, hold scent. And protein shakes smell, and sometimes I forget to wash the cup, but with stainless steel, you don't need to worry about that. You can just, you know, pour it and then wash it at your convenience. Now, obviously, right, like, that's not all gonna fit in there. It's bigger, right? But it'll be good to start. So I took the top off, put it there. I also take this out when I pour because it's like a pain in the butt. Ooh, you can see that great consistency. Like, yeah, it's an ugly color. I get it, but whatever. I don't care. Again. Now, please don't come for me. That's not how I wash my dishes. You can see I still left them in there. I'm going to wash them, but I don't want to do it right now. I just wanted to get most of that off of it so it doesn't stick. And then you are going to just pour this. Now, here's the key, and obviously I'm going to put that on there so that it doesn't drip onto my counter. The key is, so you have this protein shake, right? This is probably enough to fill me for like the whole morning. So you can see in there, it's a pretty good size protein shake, but I still have a ton left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another cup. I'll use this Black Yeti that I have. And then again, the other nice thing about stainless steel is that you don't need to... I can't. Is that you don't need to worry about like putting it in the fridge or the freezer. And if you put it in the fridge and you put it in just like a normal cup, it'll get fluffy. So what I do, see the rest in here, I'll pour the rest into a second cup. Now I know, like, obviously, like, if you don't have more than one cup, this isn't really an option for you, but it is for me. So we'll pour the rest as much as you can, pretty well empty, into that second cup. Put the top on like so. And then honestly what I do is I just leave it on my counter, and then that will be my afternoon snack today. Again, normally like I wouldn't do this. Normally I wouldn't do this on like a normal day of eating, but I'm trying to show you that you can adapt your eating even if you're eating not healthy. So like today I'm going to eat chicken strips for lunch. That's not particularly healthy. It has a lot of fat. So you can see like this protein shake didn't have a lot of fat in it, really any at all. And that is so that I can eat my chicken fingers and fries for lunch. And then when I get hungry again, which I will, because even though those foods are dense and filling, they're still not like totally nutrient filling, so you'll still get hungry after you eat chicken fingers. So I'll drink this second protein shake after lunch before I train. And it does have carbs in it, so that's still a good source of, you know, proteins and carbs right before a training session is a good way to fuel your body. I know that not everyone who does RP will do things this way. If you see like the fitness models, the elite power lifters, the CrossFitters, the weightlifters who are promoting RP, they have the discount codes. They are the ones who are eating healthy or clean all of the time. And maybe they're not, you know, I don't know them, so they could be, you know, doing something totally different. But for me, conforming to 100% of what RP provides is not an option. I'm an adult human being who likes chicken fingers, who likes wine, and I don't want to conform to everything they give me. But what I've learned, even though, yes, I'm paying for RP, so like, oh, if you're not doing 100%, why are you paying for it? If I am giving adequate effort to something 95% all of the time, so like for instance, if I put my RP log up here, you'll see how I track this. And you'll see one thing is that I utilize the macros from both of my morning meals for this and then the chicken strips and fries. So I feel good about the fact that I'm still hitting my macro goals. You know, I've tracked macros for over 6 years before this, so it's not new to me to kind of manipulate the variables within that, and I'm still able to satisfy cravings. I've really wanted a diet lemonade from Chick-fil-A for like a month at least. So that's what I'm doing today. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna drink my protein shake. I have a meeting in 10 minutes, and then by the end, it'll be time to eat my chicken strips. I'm so excited. I have no idea when the last time I filmed is, but I know I was filming a full day of eating, and I know I filmed my breakfast. So I just microwaved some lunch. I wanted to share with you what I have been eating for the last few days. I've been kind of addicted to it. It's super weird. So let me show you. Walking over to the kitchen. That's why the light's changing. That's why the background's changing. That's why I can't keep focus on my face. So we have here a baked potato. Look at it. It's beautiful. I'm actually going to put this back in the microwave for like another minute because it's not done yet. But what I just took out of the microwave was I have pulled chicken, baked beans, and green beans. Okay, now hear me out on this, all right? So I saw one of my favorite fashion YouTubers, Carrie Dayton. She is really obsessed right now with making jacket potatoes. They're like an old English kind of recipe, and basically what they are is a baked potato with butter and baked beans on top, which first of all sounds fucking amazing. But when I'm eating lunch, I don't want to just have carbs. I want to make sure that I also am getting in some protein. And so I have in the past eaten pulled chicken with baked beans mixed together, because if you make crock pot chicken, you probably know that it gets really dry after a little bit, and the baked bean like sauce kind of makes it taste much better. I know it sounds weird, but don't come for me. And so I was like, oh, what if I put the pulled chicken baked bean mixture on top of a baked potato with butter on it? So that's carbs, fats, proteins. Y'all, this shit is amazing. It's so good. It's so warm and filling. We're home in quarantine. I ain't got nothing better to do than do work and cook. So I am gonna get this baked potato out of the microwave. I'm gonna push stop. Take this out. It needed to be cooked for like another minute. Bring it over into the kitchen. So then what you do is you put the butter. So I cut just like a tablespoon of butter in 2 slices, and then kind of crush it. Let that melt. So obviously you can see already. Ooh, look at that butter. So I'll let that sit for like 30 seconds, and then I'll show you what I do with the mixture after that. Then, now that the butter is all melty, all you do is you literally just dump this on. I know, looks weird, but it's so good. Trust me. Look at it. So now what I'm gonna do is eat this. I made some hot water. I'm gonna have some tea for the rest of the day while I do some more work. I have to work till 4:30, and then I'm gonna train around 5:30. So let's eat. Cheers. I don't know when the last time I vlogged is. I know that it was a full day of eating, and I know that I was picking it up from another day that I didn't know what day it was. Today is Monday, April 20th, 4:20. It's a day off of work because it is Patriots Day in Massachusetts. So even though nothing is happening this year on Patriots Day, usually it's the Boston Marathon, but so it's a statewide holiday. But this year, obviously, the Boston Marathon is not happening due to what is happening in the world. So I am home still, but not working. So it's like 11 o'clock. I'm eating my first meal because I wasn't hungry and I just drank a fricked load of coffee. And then I'm gonna leave the house for the first time in 15 days. So the last time I left the house was Sunday, April 5th. I went to Wegmans, to the grocery store here in Boston, and I stocked up. I bought like $300 worth of groceries, and I haven't left the house since. So I am going to go to Wegmans again, and then I'm actually gonna drop off. I'm gonna do a corn drop of banana bread that I made. So I made, this is the one I'm gonna drop off. I had to cut it to fit it in this plastic bag, but I made banana bread with chocolate chips. I'm gonna drop that off to a friend's car so that we don't come in contact with each other. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to eat, and then the next time you see me, I will look not like I'm in my PJs, because I'm still in my PJs and it's 11 o'clock. Isn't adulthood great? All right, let's eat. All right, so we have probably the most boring meal on the face of earth. I didn't really feel like cooking anything. So this is like serving and a half of just white rice. I made it with cilantro and lime when I made it, but it's kind of old, so it probably doesn't taste like it. And then I have like 4 ounces of pulled pork. Also gonna eat this barbecue sauce on it. It's for those of you who don't like to waste calories on condiments like me, it has 5 grams of carbs, so it's pretty low cal. It's organic. I know that doesn't really matter, but it doesn't have like high fructose corn syrup in it. I don't really like to eat condiments that have high fructose corn syrup in them. Just not something I like to do. So I am gonna eat this, and then yeah. All right, so I look a lot better. Ooh, look at that. I can't believe I have highlight on for the first time in probably, oh, it's gotta be a month. Actually, that's not true. I did my makeup we had an online event for work on the 28th of March, so that's probably the last time I put makeup on, but just a natural look, but pretty happy with it. Hair is still like, but whatever. Yeah, so I am gonna get ready to go to Wegmans and drop off this banana bread to my friends. And I'm not gonna film anything while I'm out because I don't want to be touching my phone and then touching, like groceries in the store or, doing that type of stuff. So I'm not gonna film anything while I'm out. So the next clip you see probably will be like me dropping the bread off in my friend's car. And then I will do a grocery haul when I get home to show you everything that we bought at the store. All right, thanks. Why did I say thanks? Who the fuck knows? Quarantine man, right? Whew, that was an adventure. It is 1:37. I got to Wegmans at about 12:10. I waited in line to get into the store. I'll pop a picture up on the screen here of my feet that I took a picture of. And that wasn't too bad. Store experience was great. Really stocked on like nearly everything, but then I had to wait 20 minutes to check out. That wasn't fun, but I know that they're trying to keep us safe. They're putting 1 person per line, so they're lining people up through the store to check out. So I really appreciate that. They're really taking as many measures as they can to make sure that the customers remain safe and healthy and that their employees remain safe and healthy. And ultimately, I would rather wait an extra 30 minutes to know that I'm safe. So I'm done here. I spent $280 again. But if you think about that, that's for myself and my husband. and we are now eating all of our meals at home. So we're not spending any money really going out to eat. We're basically eating, except for once a week, we're ordering from a local restaurant. But other than that, we're not spending money on coffee. We're not spending money on food out, which we were definitely spending a lot of that before, and keeping our groceries to like $100 a week. So I feel like that's a fair trade-off. So we are going to go drop off. I pressed the stop record button, but I also bought my friend Tim some tortilla chips and milk and an onion, in addition to dropping off this banana bread. So we're gonna go do that and then go home and haul the rest of this groceries. Let's go. And we are back at home. I have made it through a full day of vlogging. I am definitely gonna try to get this video up before the content is irrelevant again. So I am making steak for dinner. Got a nice strip steak. This is enough for Ross and I to split. This is like it's like almost a full pound of steak, so it's a good 8 ounces for each of us. I'm gonna make some mushrooms, and then I have sweet potato already cooked that I baked a couple days ago, so we're gonna have that. And then the surprise is that we're gonna have hollandaise on top. So I made eggs benedict the other day for breakfast, and we had like half of the hollandaise left over because it's like 4 servings for a packet, so I usually just put half in a Tupperware. It lasts for, probably should only last a couple days. It lasts usually like a week. It's only been one day. We had it yesterday, so this will be perfect for on top of the steak and on the mushrooms. And yeah, and I think maybe some zucchini. Yes. So I am going to show you how I make that, and then I have a little thing at the end. All right, I just made a whole Dalgona coffee. I mixed for like 10 minutes. I was gonna do a whole, look at me mixing in hyperspeed. I didn't record. Anyway, I made a Dalgona coffee. It is so good. I used almond milk. I put it away already. I used almond milk instead of regular milk. I used Splenda instead of sugar. It was really good. I'll put the recipe somewhere on the screen or down below, although if you use TikTok, you've probably seen it 100 times. But just know that it really did get foamy, and it's delicious. I couldn't believe it. So there you have it. I'm making mushrooms now, and I will come back on and show you kind of how I move everything from one pan to another, and then I'm going to cook the steak, and then I'm going to eat, and I'm going to stop filming because fuck. Alright, so pulled my hair up, in the zone, ready to plate dinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the steak first. I'm going to let it rest here for about 5 minutes. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to plate everything else. So I have 2 plates out. Typically what I do, especially in like a small kitchen, so if this is helpful to you, I usually have like the steak and the plates here, and then I'll put everything else on this side. I know you can't see like what I'm looking at right now, but it's my oven. So I put the rest of the meal on my stovetop, and then I'll transfer it over to the plates as I'm done plating. So while we get that cooking for like 1 more minute or so, we have like minimal arugula left, but I didn't want to open a new bag, and we don't really need to because this is just kind of like plate scenery, if you will, just to make the plate look nice, basically. So get like a little bit of that here. This will go in the garbage. I'm going to put it here for now because I don't want to walk in front of the camera. We got my Willie's Super Brew. Shout out to local brewery, cidery. I don't really know what they're called. Willie's Goat Farm. So who the fuck knows? But This is a mix between a cider and a seltzer. It's pretty good. Mango, passion fruit, lime, alcohol, and seltzer, obviously. So got that chilling here while I make my meal. So I like to make the plates look even when I do this. So the first piece is I am going to take out the sweet potatoes actually and kind of let them cool a little bit because they've been there for a while. So we just have the 2 sweet potatoes in a bowl, and we have these mushrooms that were there. I'm going to leave those on the stovetop as well to kind of cool down a little bit. And then we have, you can see, we have steak and zucchini. I put the zucchini in this pan as well because I wanted it to cook like in the juices. So I'm going to take the steak off of this pan, put it here, let it rest, and then I'm going to stir these up a little bit. I'm actually going to leave them in the oven while the steak rests, just because like they look done, but they're not like 100% done yet. So put those back in the oven. And then while that steak rests, I'm actually gonna heat this hollandaise up. So if I can open it, so I'm gonna put this in the microwave, and then I'll show you how I plate the rest of everything. Looks something like this. Overall, it's not too bad. I would say that my skills tonight have shined through, so to speak. Shined through, that's funny. Overall, final product, not too bad. So this is where I think I'm going to end this vlog, finally. I've made it to a dinner time. So thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you are interested in more like what I eat in a day, powerlifter content, please feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to make more of these. I try to eat things that are like non-traditional in powerlifting sense. I make all my own food, usually cook 3 meals a day at least, and I'd be happy to share that with you. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one from my tiny kitchen. Bye guys.